Welcome back to Brent's Hang. I'm Brent Barnett. Today we are taking a little bit of a detour from drums and we are going into the DJ and keyboard realm. Now Gibraltar, as I've mentioned before, is an open system. We create structures and frames with our rack systems. Well, DJs and keyboards need the exact same thing. Now, I was contacted by Enrique Iglesias management and they need a keyboard and a DJ rig over on the East Coast to do a TV show. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together a really cool looking DJ rig that can be rolled on and off stage and a cool keyboard rack that's very curvy and it can hold a lot of weight. And I'm gonna send it to one of our backline companies so that it can be used on the East Coast for when anybody needs a DJ or a keyboard rig. Now we're gonna start doing the base of the DJ rack, which is, you know, where everything starts, the base, and you build up, and yeah. I'm gonna throw some casters on this thing so it can be rolled on and off stage very easily. I'm using 43.5-inch straight bars for these feet so I can have extra stability for how the rack and the DJ stuff is going to be set on the actual rack. I'm putting 5 memory locks on here because one for each caster, there's 2, and then 3 clamps that are going to be coming off this foot. So now we're going to connect the 2 bass legs, the bass feet together with the 59-inch bar and complete the bass unit. I'm trying to get these this bar perfectly same distance, these clamps perfectly same distance from the caster on each side so that everything is even, because I'm going to base one of my curved arms off of this bar, but this will probably all shift back as soon as I start adding verticals to it. So add the legs, 2 memory locks. These are 30-inch verticals. Now let's add the crossbar. Let's add the front curved. I'm only using this to get this clamp situated left and right. As a curved bar, it's much more difficult to make it level without driving you absolutely bonkers. Before I go any further, I need to make sure that my distance right here is right. These feet are going to fit right on the ends. I'm going to fit one right here and then 2 more on the ends. So they're going to lay like a tabletop down or something, like a piece of plywood or something, so they can set the DJ rig up on top. I just need enough space at the very end to put these feet on the ends, so I've got to push everything in just a little bit. Now we have our distance. Let me bring this back just a little bit. So now I'm going to add the cross support that's going to connect the front and back long support, horizontal supports. There's a lot of crosses and horizontals going on here, but you'll get the idea. Okay, so I found the height that I want. Now let's just lock it in place right now. So now we're going to add the front long cross support, horizontal cross support. Now this is how you can tell if this bar, if these verticals are not tweaked, they're perfectly level. This is how you just slide the bar up, and if it snags anywhere, then you know that one of the bars isn't exactly going straight like you want it to. See how easy that slid down? So before I go any further, I want to establish the left and right of this horizontal bar. So I'm going to use my feet as the gauge. Before I go any further, I need to replace some of the T-bolts with these hex nuts. And these are the ones that actually come on the multi-clamps. Where I'm setting, we're going in setting the tabletop down, the plywood down for the DJ to set his DJ step up on. The T-bolts stick up higher than the rubber mounting feet that we're gonna actually use to support the plywood. So by replacing the T-bolts with these hex nuts, I'm able to lay it down flush so it doesn't hit the bolts. So now we're going to add our top bar. So here is our front support bar, which, I mean, it helps the stability, but I mean, everything else is pretty stable already since we've got 4 corners connecting. But what this does is this gives you more mounting options because you can start adding a bunch of crap right off the top of this. I think on Macklemore's setup on the Grammys and the MTV was it Movie Awards? I think it was Movie Awards. Set a symbol up right here. And you saw this on the Grammys if you saw Ryan Lewis. Okay, so now that we've got the frame fixed, I'm gonna add one curve bar here just for cosmetic reasons. It has nothing to do with stability. Stability is created from all the corner posts that we've created right here. It's just to make it look pretty. You see that there is a gap between this middle curve and the very bottom cross support connecting the two T-leg with casters together. Well, I'm gonna bridge that gap by using about a 10-inch piece of cut tube already, and I'm going to connect it so it makes it even more sturdy. And that's the construction. The frame is done. Now we just add a couple more little feet to each side, and then you have your platform. Then all I got to do is just tidy the rest of it up by cutting it down. We're getting a lot of requests now for DJ and keyboard racks, and I just showed you guys how you can use Gibraltar outside of drums. I'm sure you guys can come up with a million different ways that Gibraltar can hold up whatever it is you need, because it's a structure, it's a framework, it's a way of thinking. Show us what you have. See you later.